Welcome in. That's a tad loud. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe my headset's weird. Maybe some things just aren't working. Fun times. Okay, that works. That took a bit. Let's just restart this thing. Anyway, welcome in. It is stream 23 for this one. Crashlander Scrapyard. Updates. Things that have happened. You might notice that the guns there, especially their artillery turrets, are facing up rather than out. And that's because stuff drifted close enough to get shot at on multiple angles. So there's somewhere out there floating a bunch of scrap. They took it apart, whatever it was. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a good thing. Let's see, what else happened? So I finished all the in-between stuff. That's actually uncommon for me, so there's that. So we do have several functional drills now, which is kind of cool, which means we're net positive on ice by a bit, despite all the drill costs, because the H2O2 gens, you know, they eat up some power, and the drills eat 1.8 megawatts apiece. We've got 2 megawatts? No. 20 megawatts. 20 megawatts of power total. So I took the extra hydrogen engines and H2O2 generators off that WHI cargo transport that was captured last time and took them down to the surface. Can't see from this distance really. Well, you might be able to see parts of it. You can see the shadow. That's cool. But they're downstairs now, and so we're positive. In fact, we can refill the tanks on the Phoenix without trying too terribly hard. We just don't have enough ice to do it all the way yet. So I did relocate one of the tanks down there. It was the tank off the front end of the ship, which did necessitate fixing some conveyor line stuff, but you know, that happens. When you pipe your main conveyor line through a fuel tank, bad things happen. Yeah. So there's that. Station itself still doesn't really have any power though. We're functioning almost entirely off of the solar panels. We have enough hydrogen gas. We have only gas in the one spare tank, the backup tank, because I refused to turn it on to run power. But otherwise, we're pretty much running straight on that. I did go manually mine some silicon and a little bit of nickel. Hey, welcome in. Did go manually mine some of that stuff so that we could pick that up, because we were almost entirely out of silicon. And nickel we got really low on after I built all the stuff downstairs. So one thing I did do is I set up another one of the cargo containers here on the Phoenix. I gave it the special tag and hidden, which means that in Izzy's it will try to stock it with a certain amount of stuff that I tell it to, as long as there's parts and materials for it. And because it's hidden, Izzy's will not include anything inside this container when it's looking for things to set limits for. So if you set like a stock limit and you use the hidden keyword, it will make it so that Izzy's will not consider anything in that container for part of its stocks, which can be good if you've got like a lot of guns and you need to keep them stocked up with things, but you don't necessarily want to have to include their inventory. You can add the hidden keyword to it and it'll work just fine for that as well. And so you can only have to keep, you know, one gun's worth of spare ammo versus potentially enough for all of your guns. Same thing if you've got ships you dock with. If you dock with ships and want them restocked up, but you don't want to keep enough stock in your base for all the ships at once, using the hidden keyword fixes a lot of that. So we are doing that. We're currently sitting at 100% on at least 100% on all the components we want to track, except for gravity generators, because that's in there just so I can keep track of them, because I'm lazy and haven't fixed it. We can't make those. We'll never hit 100% unless we, you know, steal them. So there's that. Cobalt down to 1.3 thousand ingots. 7,000 silicon now. That was just from hand mining a little bit. And nickel, we're down to 250 ingots again. So we do need to get some more nickel, because it's necessary. We're gonna turn signals back on again. We got a lot of signals. I got a bunch of stuff turned off, but there was something I just saw flash up here on the screen. Anyway, I hand mined a little bit of uranium. Got 300 grams worth of uranium by hand mining. It's already been used replacing ammunition that was used to shoot stuff, so that's telling. And yeah, let's see. Nothing's changed on this screen. So priority 1 is going to be nickel and uranium, because without nickel we can't necessarily continue building out the mines downstairs. That's ultimately the problem. Let's go ahead and just fire this off and drift on down. I did go through and do some more mining checks and then got rid of the redundant GPSs I made for different mining things. So nickel is first and then uranium's next. And also, there's a lot of wreck pings that have been showing up on the surface of this planet. And if I turn on the antenna, right, now it's on. Why don't I have hollow head? That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and turn on our dampeners a little bit so we don't slam face first into this moon. Maybe if I power cycle the ship? Nope, but our engine's kicked back on again because I did that. Let's see. We're floating, so I shouldn't have any issues. Antenna on. Yeah. And then the seat we're in here is main cockpit. Hollow head enabled. Interesting. Well, guess that's booked. We are a little bit heavier than normal. Not by too much, but a little bit. I did refit the antenna to the Phoenix. It's no longer here on the back end. Used to be where that vertical thruster is. Now it's up here in the front. And I rebuilt the windows. And I moved the other spare antenna that we had salvaged down here to the mining yard. So if I need to, I can now remotely connect to the mining yard from the station and vice versa, which is useful for like checking inventory and stuff like that. I still haven't put a camera down here, so I can actually dock this thing without having to do third-person camera uses. I should probably do that at some point. So we're going to tilt this way. Come down. And I did put some more stuff onto this mining station itself. Let's do that. Proxy connection. Kill all that stuff just because. We will get our tanks refilled and our power refilled as we go. And let's take a look at some stuff. So you can see we got the additional H2O2 gens and the additional hydrogen engines. I did alter this layout a tiny bit. I took off the drill that was here. It's now down there. We've got 5 ice drills, which is pretty neat. I'll turn this stuff off for right now. And they run, and they do stuff. And we've got a big conveyor network for these. This one I drilled out by hand, placed the pieces, and then because I've got it set to reset voxels, when I'm far enough away, they filled back in, which is kind of cool. It does mean that we couldn't use pistons all the way over here towards the uranium, though. Because if you take a piston, which can't be static on both sides, and you stick it in a voxel, and the voxel regenerates, it explodes. So like a ship would. So, you know, not good things. So there's static stuff here, and it goes through to the back side of this mountain. And I've got a little GPS waypoint for that, and it's here. We want to get down there. That's where the uranium is. That's where I hand drilled down to find out where exactly it was. And the problem is, let's see if we go. I don't know that my hand drill can spot it. No, it really can't. So that's why I had to go mark it. But I was able to find it with the ore detector of the ship, but like we're on the surface and it's 92 meters down below. So large grid, 150 meter range. We were pretty close. So there is that. So we do need to come over here, and I think I'm going to try and bury it partially in the ground, because I have concerns that if I put a drill on the surface, it's going to detect the ice first, because it's not the ore tap lasers, it's the resource nodes thumpers. And then there is that layer of silver in the middle that I'm kind of concerned is going to catch that instead. But if we stick it down below the terrain, below those layers, it should pick them up just fine. That's my hope, at least. So I do want to drag this line over there. Now the other thing I want to get into is the magnesium. So I'm thinking build off of here and just do another set of pistons and extend them way up over here. And the hole may still be here for this. I may not have moved far enough away for it yet, which would be kind of neat. Is it still here? Oh, nope, it filled in. Okay, well, there was a hole there, but you can go straight down to that marker for mid-magnesium, and it'll... It's only, you know, like, this is detectable by hand. Close enough for that. It will catch that. My only concern is it catches the ice instead, so I think if we move here-ish and place the drill down, it might work. I'm not positive. Worst case scenario, we'll drill out the ice by hand and slam that down and be done with it. So, that's the goals. Also, one of the wrecks, and I don't know which one it is, I've got them marked because it generates a GPS when they spawn. One of them, it was over this way, shot something up in, like it fired a weapon. One of the wrecks apparently got close enough to the gravity well, started falling. So, you know, whatever's out there, hostile. So we need to be careful when we go investigate that. But I do want to go check out that scrap, because we do still need a jump drive. But to charge a jump drive, really, really, really need uranium. Because, yeah. Alright, let's do some things. Let's see, let's just grab a bunch of steel plates to start. And we'll start laying some stuff out. Because we're going to need an interior plate for at least one conveyor junction. And then we got steel plates for everything else that's really relevant. So we'll grab a couple interior plates as well. Plate. That's computers, that's the wrong thing. That's what I want. We're just going to do this pretty much the same way that one was done. Carefully and with a lot of concern. So there's that. We go to an advanced rotor. Let's just do that. And we can do a hinge. Gets us kind of in the direction we want to go. Set some braking torque. We'll set the rotor lock on. We'll leave the rotor off though, because we don't actually need it on. And we'll just start building. And at some point, I'll want to, you know, like attach this to something physical and get it built into the ground and be done with it, but over there's two specific spots that we convert to static and restart the chain again. Just because I didn't want to deal with everything's constantly breaking. Hitboxes are bad. We need to go another... Let's see, how far do we need to go total? That's a good thing to consider. From here, we are 340 meters. Let's just call it 350 to make it easy. And each of these pistons is going to cover 15. So if we do like 24 pistons, that gets us where we need to be. Something like that. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 12. Because I don't think I have the parts to do 12 right now on me. We'll have to go back and get some more parts. And then we'll extend this out, anchor this into the ground, figure out where it's going to go. I should really rebuild that connector here for conveyor access that I had. Or I'll just not and just fly back. I don't know. We'll see how many times of me flying back over here it takes before I get so fed up with it that I build the conveyor access connector again. Because the problem is it's going to connect ice. I had to actually put in a sorter to move stuff out earlier. Because it was just holding all the ice in the connector from this drill going from there. So. I still feel like Conveyor should allow you to access your existing storage. But you know. What do I know? Three things here. Let's go ahead and start grabbing some of this stuff too. That'll allow us to dump some of the excess steel plate in our inventory as we go. Already getting old. That's fine. Yeah, for 24 pistons, we will definitely need to go back and get more parts. I don't have the supplies to do 24 pistons at once, I don't think. At least not with everything else. Only thing left is the interior plates, so that's cool. Turn this into no names, so we can still see the markers, but we don't see the names cluttering up everything, just because I am concerned. Actually, let's do it on normal display. Yeah, do normal display. I am slightly concerned about hostiles showing up, because again, we don't have any guns here. So there's a possibility some of these wrecks could get close enough to pose a problem. We'll see how that actually goes, though. Suit energy's low. How dare you? That's fine. We will grab the spare parts and the parts for a connector while we're at it. We'll grab part of the parts for a connector. So yeah, let's just do this way. Yeah. That's 17% suit power. Something didn't get picked up earlier. That's fine, though. Let's go back and recharge. Nope. The reduced strength of the jetpack, even in low G, is noticeable. Hope y'all have had a good week. It's been an interesting week here, both at the Goose House and, you know, in America. I'm not going to start a rant. Not about politics, at least, or economics, or finance, or idiots. Alright, so now we have easy access here. Eventually I should probably just put the parts for like a couch into that special assignment. And then that way I could just put a couch down here to recharge my power. Yeah, right. If I start the rants about that, it'll just be a 3-hour stream of me ranting, nothing being built. That doesn't sound fun. But had an issue with wasp nest today. I need to go get more wasp spray because it's too far to reach via flamethrower, and the wasp spray that I did have didn't have enough left in it to reach the wasp nest because it's like way up high. Like the rental we have is a 2-story, but the front gable over the front door like goes all the way up to the top of the 2nd story, so it's really like effectively 3 stories up, within reach of like a Raid wasp spray can, right? Like it's within that 35-foot reach, but not when the can is almost empty, and also that can is like 3 years old, so like I kind of question the efficacy of the wasp poison in it still, because like it used to be like instant, like I'd shoot a wasp and it'd just be gone, kind of like using fire but without the risk of burning down the house. And today I shot 1 wasp with it, and I had to like dump it with like a 2-second spray, and then it like flopped around for 5 minutes before it finally died. So I'm like, I guess it's a good thing I didn't shoot the nest first, or that would have been interesting comic times for me. I hate aiming directly above me. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, maybe I don't trust this particular can anymore. But it's almost empty at this point, so like, it is what it is. So I need to go get a replacement one of those. But got the wasps out of the side view mirror, on my wife's truck at least. So there's that. Because they were crawling behind the side view mirror. That's not good. That's not good at all. This is I was outside and having to spray like wasp killer off of paint and stuff like that anyway. I was like, okay, well, let's just, you know, deal with the excess buildup of pollen. And we set records. On Friday, we set records for the states. Several states in the southeast U.S. set records, actually, for grass pollen density at like 15 grains per cubic foot, which is fucking insane. And then, of course, the tree pollen is setting records because everything is the yellowest it's been in years as a result. And so I'm like, let's just, we were supposed to get a lot of rain. We were supposed to get a lot of rain, and we didn't. I got like 30 seconds where it seemed like something really cool was coming down, and then that was it. It wasn't even enough to like rinse off the deck cheerfully. So like, I was out there with the hose spraying stuff off. And, yeah. I need to go back up for more parts. Actually, hang on. How many steel plates do we still have left? Can I lay the rest of this out? Should I? We got a lot of steel plates. We need more... We need more large tubes. That's the issue. We need more large tubes. We've got plenty of everything but the large tubes. So maybe we'll just do more large tubes. Custom data. There's large tube. Let's just add like another like 200 large tubes to that cargo container. You see, turn our thrusters back on, turn that back on, batteries on. We're not going to crash into things and blow up. We're not firing directly into a hydrogen tank. Go back up here to the dorsal camera. We took care of that some. Because I don't actually know if like wasp spray is bad for automotive paint. I would assume it's not good for it. Right, but I also didn't want to make my wife mad because like I peeled off a giant chunk of paint off her hood, taking care of a wasp. It just seems like a bad life choice, let's be honest. We're down to 0.07 gravity. Yeah, I wonder why it's not. You know what we're gonna do? I think we might. We're drifting. I'm gonna bring this to a stop, and I'm gonna do an admin cut and paste. See if I can get this to work right again, because it was working. Like when I first loaded up the game tonight before stream, it was working. So I don't know what changed. But that's fine. We'll just do a cut. We'll do a paste. I live dangerously on the edge because I didn't take the save first. Let's see if that fixed our HUD. No. Huh. We have an antenna, right? Yeah, we have an antenna. Broadcast markers online. It's got power. We should be having stuff. That's unfortunate. Well, at some point, I'll need to figure out what's wrong with that then. Because we can't really see stuff on the radar if we don't have radar. Which is a shame, because I can see lots of those enemy shipwrecks, or whatever they are. They're signals. They're not necessarily wrecks. So with the MES wreckage mod, or the MES scrap mod, you can get things like planetary installations. You can get vehicles. You can get stuff that is like a burning wreck. Oh, too fast. I'm shocked that didn't blow up. Let's check that for damage. Because I came in pretty hot on that. Huh, okay. Well, look at that. We didn't blow everything up. What do we still have here? We got the reactor. We've got an H2, or we've got a hydrogen engine, a couple gyros, an H2O2 gen if we need another one, spare oxygen tank, some small parts. Oh wait, there's a second hydrogen engine. Okay, so we're short one H2O2 generator to be able to run those two engines. But if I need to, I can rip one out of here or off of the Phoenix. I also added weld pad or mag plates to the side because that's how I carried the parts down there. Because you know this antenna's here, we don't have the underbelly mag plates anymore. So let's go check Izzy's and see if Izzy's is complaining about anything. Because I have a suspicion it is, and it's going to involve nickel. We are down to 0.2 nickel. Worst case scenario, I can break some things down. We got the motors. Was it motors and construction components that need it? Yeah. Because like the large tubes, that's all just steel. So that's fun then. Back down we go. I kind of want to build, because like there's this room here, right, that's not being used for anything. It's technically not fully sealed yet. I kind of want to build like a walkway so we can use this front nose connector to just walk out up onto the station, relocate some of this stuff in the process, but I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. So that's something that needs to go onto the to-do list at some point. Unlock. I'm just gonna head back down. For some reason, I can, like, it's, what, 20 tons, maybe, of stuff in here? Okay, 67 tons, but, like, I can feel it. We must be, like, right at the edge for what one large ion thruster can reasonably handle. Because going down, I can feel the sluggishness. Level out a little bit so when you come down it's fine. I need to go back into the port a little bit. I do like the Phoenix. I don't want to consider the amount of effort it would take to retrofit it for heavy armor. I really don't. So I think if we end up needing a big fighty ship, we're gonna have to build something new, and either steal thrusters from something else. Like we need more hydrogen thrusters to do that, or you know, cut things apart. Keep waiting for the time that I mess up my judgment for how long it's going to take to stop, and I just plow belly first into that hydrogen tank, and everything goes up in flames. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Where are we not locked? Too far forward. There we go. Now we're locked. And we're just going to turn off the engines. We're locked so they're not burning power. It's just annoying seeing them on. That's literally all it is. Now let's come back down here. Let's grab our stuff. And let's keep working. Build capacity. No. Okay. Apparently I double added a bunch of things. Oops. Alright. One top piston, or piston bottom, a top, a bottom, a top. My tank's doing. Burned a little bit of hydrogen, but not enough to matter. Just the 5 tubes? Okay, cool. So that didn't work. And while we're here, did I stick them all? Let's see. Piston. This is going to be magnesium piston. I can spell. Okay. And we'll leave all that stuff at default for right now. So here's the problem we're going to run into. Let's see. Magnesium pistons. Shear inertia tensor. we need to lift this a couple degrees. And I am concerned about that. So let's go ahead and turn this on. It's going to burn some power, but that's fine. I kind of want to go to the top of that ridge in one go. And I wonder if we can do it without it hating every single bit of us. It looks like the answer is maybe yes. Let's see, with this one, did I turn on? I did turn on chair nurture tensor, so let's do that here as well. Cool, and then let's just turn the magnesium pistons and see if anything explodes. Because it might. Actually, not too bad. What, 10 pistons? Maybe. That's not horrible. Let's go grab some parts. It says 15 steel plates, so that's enough to do at least 10, and that should get us to that waypoint. The question is, do we need to go all the way to the waypoint, or not? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 9. I guess we kind of do want to go all the way to that waypoint. Maybe we just want to go to here, and then we'll anchor it in the ground. That seems like a smarter idea. Get our parts. I feel like I messed it up somehow, but that's fine. We'll get our parts, we'll do our stuff. We'll figure out, oh, I just felt that through my back. We'll figure out where things go. And where we hit the top. I could hit a GPS marker there and get an exact measurement. Which we'll probably do before I weld up the rest of these, because that makes more sense. Nothing like old injuries and, you know, the propensity to hold stress in your back, to have a sneeze just wrench everything in your spine because your shoulders tensed up. Alright, so let's see. There's that. We're aimed 3 ticks west of north, which means we should be 3 ticks. Ooh, okay. So maybe like this. So we're aimed 4 ticks. This is actually pretty close to center. We're like within a degree. I actually feel good about that. That was an eyeball, and it worked. Alright, let's see. So, from there, we just stand here on this last one. That is 83 meters to the top of that hill. So we're looking at, what, needing 6? Is there 15 apiece? So 2 is 30, which means 6 is 90. Yeah, so we need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the last one. Haha, I caught them all. Alright, let's clear this out. And we'll just reset this. which means... I'm gonna mess that up again. There. Which means when we are at max extension, that should get us to the top of that hill. And I can set up a hinge and a conveyor and anchor it into the ground statically. And then we can just turn all of these off. And one, it saves a lot of power. And two, it saves there being concerns about excessive physics calculations, because we're between two static things. So I can still get to calculate the subgrids, but it's not nearly as much as a giant wavy doom noodle, you know, going for a mining jaunt. So you all know my love of subgrids. That negatively impacts performance of the game is a thing that does happen. And I don't want to have to come back out here with like 500 conveyors to do this instead. Like, if I have to eventually, sure. But that's less cool than a giant doom noodle made out of pistons. Because like conveyors are static, they're not tempting the physics engine. Yep, see it's energy low. That's fine, let's go back over here. We'll refuel. Nope. No, I'm shocked I didn't faceplant that. Let me go ahead and delete that unknown signal, because I'm tired of seeing it. Like, I know it'll go away on its own, but like... no. Burned a little bit of hydrogen still, but not enough to matter. Still have plenty to spare. And there are, like, access points down here to cargo, so I could throw something into the tank if I had to. So if I do run out, I'm not too terribly concerned. We can still get back up. It's not like it used to be. I swear I'm being trolled by the game. So I need to rename these new 6 pistons. Need to turn on share inertia tensor across all of them, and then we'll extend them out. Man, is that... do we need to go up a little bit more? We might need to go up a little bit more. So I think we might play that part by ear and see how that goes. But, let's see, we got these 6 pistons. We'll put magnesium. Here. We will turn on share inertia tensor. And, you know what, we'll do all but the one I'm currently on. Because, like, this should get us close enough. Maybe. We'll find out. Oh, no, we're fine. We are fine, and if I then extend this one... I guess technically this is unnecessary. So let's put a hinge. Yeah, let's see, we want to... Are we in line? How in line are we? We use this as... I mean, we're pretty close. Kind of in line with the magnesium as it is. We'll figure it out as we go. So this is still unwelded and therefore not locking things in place. We will pull this down. Yeah. That'll lock it there. We need a conveyor junction, which we don't have all the parts for, and we also need a control panel, so I can lock that down. None of which I actually added to my build planner. Fun fact, you don't actually need the display to use a keypad. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. Magnesium. What did I need the other ones? Cool, so that's now a station, so we can turn off that hinge, because it doesn't matter anymore, because now we're floating in the air. We'll get some steel plates, and we'll get that connector. Turn off that. Oh.
Inventory full.
Lost ice. Forgot about that. Just fell through the floor. That's fine. It was only like 8 tons of ice. No big deal. Not a problem. Not a concern. Not me being sad. Nope. Not at all. How dare you? I'll do that. $103 ice. That's fine. I'll just throw it in there. Alright, so now we are embedded in the voxel. We don't have to worry about it becoming unstationed. I kind of want to find out what I name the ones down there so I can be consistent in their names. I'm going to turn off some of this stuff. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this for right now. What did I name these? Uranium pipeline checkpoint. There we go. So we'll call this magnesium pipeline checkpoint. We'll turn off all of those pistons. Save all of that power. Checkpoint. Magnesium pistons, turn them all off, and the rotor, this gets renamed magnesium rotor. Don't need to share inertia tensor here. Rotor lock's fine. We'll turn it off though and save 2 kilowatts, just like this one. And then for the hinges, that's up here. So both those are. Okay, so from here we need to go how far? We need to go to at least here. We're looking at 70 meters. Plus possible, like, conveyor maneuvering stuff to get out of ice or whatever else happens to be there. down to the magnesium. So let's go with 4 pistons to start with, and we'll just go from there for the rest. Don't want to display. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to get us pretty close to where we want. At some point, I should probably consider... Because, like, if these are just allowed to run, we're going to end up in a situation where, at some point, the cargo over there is going to get full of ore we don't need anymore. But I can't make event controllers, can I? I cannot. That's not even spelled right. I can't. So Scrapyard restrictions say I can't make event controllers. I would just make an event controller to just turn these off after a certain point if I could. But that's not going to be an option, apparently. But that's fine. We can work around that. I'm going to take regular pistons. Shear inertia tensor, reverse them all. And then once we're fully extended, I'll turn them off and rename them. Problem solved. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Path of Exile 2 releases this next mini update. So they're adding more classes as part of the early access, and they're doing some new mechanics being added in, which is honestly outstanding. I love that. So I'm excited to see how some of that stuff goes and plays. We're like right over it. Okay, so that's mid-magnesium. If we put... let's see, I had that here. Yeah, so let's do some things. We need to do... We're going to do one more. I think doing one more piston will be fine. Because I can always partially extend it and then lock it down. Oh! That's fine. It's only 15% of my health. I just, smashed a knee. Gotta recharge anyway, so we'll just get the magic healings. Distracted by the sun glare. I really wish I had a medical room for the faster power refill. Okay. So we'll do one more piston. We'll lock it down. We'll turn it static within the conveyor at the end. And then we'll start working on... How are we doing for parts, actually? I think we have enough to do one drill still. My concern is we didn't have enough motors. We may not have enough motors. That's only 80. I think we'll have enough for it. Alright, so let's grab parts. So we need one more piston. And we need another conveyor junction. We'll grab all those to start with. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I don't want to do... Let's not. Let's just do a regular conveyor here. Lock it down. Turn it static. we have this. Let's... the 1, 2... 2 conveyor tubes and a junction. No, 2 conveyor tubes and a square one. Curved conveyor tube. Spin it to face this way, and then we do a reinforced one, because then I can put a regular light armor block on the side, because I have to aim at that to get this drill oriented the right direction. Because for some reason, it wants to center up, not on the center. Okay, so we got the blue band. It's detecting something. The question is, what is it detecting? So we're going to call this one magnesium. One of these times, I will type that correct. Currently extracted. Okay, so it's flagged for magnesium. Sweet. We'll set it to on, use conveyor system. We just got to weld all this stuff up, that's all. That's outstanding. I love that. We don't need this now. I'm gonna laugh if we're short on a component. It's gonna be something goofy stupid, too. If I recall correctly, I set that container to be able to run 10 pistons, 100 conveyors, like 6 hinges, 6 rotors, and 2 drills, I think. And like, yeah, I did add a whole bunch more large tubes so that we could do a lot more pistons than I originally set it for. But I don't think we've stolen enough. Large steel tubes are so large. Why can't they be like average steel tubes or like mid steel tubes? That'd be cool if we could do mid ones. Fit a lot more in our backpack. We had all the parts though. Okay, that works out. Wait, this is magnesium, right? Yeah, this is magnesium. And then there's nickel down there. So we need nickel. We need the magnesium. We definitely need the magnesium, because if we don't have magnesium, we have no weapons. Because at least, like, yeah, we can't... It takes 30 grams of uranium per artillery shell. 30 grams. It's so stupid. And they don't exploit into a mini-nuke. But then again, all ammunition in Space Engineers is propelled by flash powder, apparently, which... It's laughable, but you know, is what it is. Alright, there's that. Now the problem is, if you have 2 of these within 50 meters of each other, it drastically reduces the rate at which they work, the speed at which they work. So do I offline that one, do some nickel mining, and then come back, or do I just hand mine nickel? Man, hand mining nickel sounds like hell. But at the same time, do I really want to... Alright. We're gonna change it up. Before I do this, there's stuff inside it. Okay. Let's fix that. Cool. That minimized how much fell out. That was way better than losing infinite everything. So, let's do this. We'll put this back down here, and we will build out a second one. So I can always turn the second one off, right? Because I'm pretty sure. Man, but I need to. Hang on, let's see. What's the difference between a reinforced conveyor tube and just a couple more construction components? That's not too bad. It's all static grids. They'll connect back up. Cool. And then let's do some stuff here. We're going to do some sneaky stuff. Sneaky. And we are trying to get over to here. Then I have to go down, and then I'm out of interior plates. Hit the wrong button. These things have ports on them for upgrades, but upgrades don't work for them. And I don't know if, like, the code has changed on Keen's side for, you know, machines to get upgrades, or if it's a matter of they just were never fully implemented. Oh, wait, I can't do that. I gotta do the reinforced one. So that's something to anchor on too. So there's that. We'll do this. We'll do that. This. Is that going to be in the ground? I don't think so. No, it's not. Okay. So, we need to go down one more. Here's where we get into goofy stuff. Can I do this without having to mine stuff out? I think I can. Oh, maybe not. I think I'm gonna have to mine something. Dang it. That's fine. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's this. Yeah, it's the right face. So we do that. We put that there. So we got blue. If the rank here is red when you first place it, it means it's not detecting something, or it's not in the voxel, rather. And if it's blue, it means it's detecting an orb beneath the voxel. Yes, super power low. I get it. Let's... I was trying to be lazy. It didn't work out in my favor. This is incomplete. Okay, it's flagged for nickel. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up to run anyway. Because that way, yes, instead of getting full load or even half load, because it's actually penalizing, so you actually get like 25% what you should be getting per drill instead, and it gets like it's a compounding penalty. So if you place like 4 right next to each other, you get almost nothing. So it really penalizes you for not, spacing them out 50 meters apart. But I think even a slower pull in is not that bad, right? Like, we'll still get some nickel, we'll still get some magnesium. I feel like we really don't need magnesium at full rate anyway, right? Like, we're already up to 4.5K. I mean, we're probably going to end up turning off that ranch, like, after tonight. I don't know it's going to stick around. Okay, let's turn off these GPS. We don't need to do that. This one, delete this one. We can delete this one because we know we're in the nickel now. So worst case scenario, we'll just turn off the drills. It's not too big a deal. Let's not crash into things. What's funny is after I play with the reduced jetpack power long enough, I get used to it. But then if I step into like a creative world or a different save, or like I do some testing stuff where I don't have that speed restriction, it feels so slow when I come back. Let's look up those three. Oh, here we go. Another wreck detected. Where did that one show up at? I don't know where that one showed up at because they're all there. I'm really scared something's going to like drop in within firing distance of this installation and just light us up. Because I'm pretty sure some of them have like railguns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Build planner has an 8-block limit. So it's kind of neat we had just enough space to get the whole thing done. I'm pretty sure we don't have the parts on hand to fully build this out, though. Like, I'm pretty sure we're short on motors. We'll find out. We've got to go back for more parts and supplies anyway to do the uranium thing, so... And we need uranium to really handle the refining load up at Scrapyard Station anyway. Like, we can't just... I could take extra ice up, right? Like, I could load the extra ice that we're slowly building here and take it back up to orbit. But it's such a slow accumulation equivalently. Like, the 2 large tanks on the Phoenix are full, which is great, and the backup tank down here is like 25 or 26% full, which is pretty amazing, but that's it. Like, I let it run for a bit, you know, while I was like building out the other drills and building the leg over there for uranium, and I did let it run while I was flying around looking for uranium in the first place with the ore detector. And yes, I did burn some hydrogen doing that, but like not that much. We're still up. And it's taking forever, so. I will say I do wish these drills told you what they're out. Maybe it does. Maybe that's been updated. Maybe it does tell you now. Yeah, we're about 25% speed. So it's not too bad. How are we doing on engines? We are currently outputting. Can't see because I'm a stupid welder. Currently, we're at max output. Okay, we're not at 100% max output. We're just getting there. We're spiking to it. Battery's still recharging. Fully recharged in 4 hours. We're at full. We're at full. Okay, so we're at full. So we're flying along. Are these off? Did I turn these off? Did I remember that? I did. Ooh, and we'll just. This probably got stuff in it. It does have stuff in it. It's fine. Some stuff will fall out. Not a whole lot. Come back. Where'd that magnesium? There it goes. Okay. So that's set up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 drills at 1.8 megawatts each. Okay. You can do 20 megawatts max. Let's see, what are the H2O2 gens? Those are 500k a piece, so that's another 2, because we got 4 of those. So we're at 14.6 megawatts out of 20. That's plenty. We could run uranium and cobalt still without having to step this up. It would slow down our ability to recharge the batteries on the Phoenix, but theoretically we'll soon have enough hydrogen that it won't matter, right? Like, we don't necessarily have to stockpile ice here. Theoretically, we could just let it do whatever is enough to actually get things done. Because we're still making net profit despite burning 4 H2O2 gens. Okay, so I'm liking that. That's good. Let's get rid of that unknown signal. Okay. We have to go back for more parts. Let's grab what we have here. We'll take it back to start refining. It's gonna go grab all this stuff. We'll leave the ice here for now. Now we'll take the ice with us. Cool. Let's see. Turn thrusters on, dampeners are on, batteries are on. Let's undock and head to space. Turn dampeners off. Let gravity slow us a little bit. Don't want to go too bad. Go a little bit to the side just in case I misjudge the stopping distance. Almost out of planetary gravity. I think if I wait till 500 meters, we can still stop. Oh yeah, not a problem. Let's turn off the big hydrogen thrusters so I don't accidentally tap up and slam us at full hydrogen speed into the bottom of the station. That seems like a smart idea. Overshot that. Overshot again. That's fine. Doing this with reverse keyboard controls, like if this were a joystick or something, that might be different. Okay, we'll come up here. We will dock in. Let's see how things go. Izzy's pulling stuff out and ripping things back in. So you have to get more metal grids no matter what. Cool, that worked. We're loaded. Looks like the guns are still in the same position, so nothing's... Oh, wait, no, this has changed. That moved. That was aiming this way some, so did it have a targeted shot? That didn't move, though. But, oh, no, the bottom ones are both facing somewhere different. That's facing back that way. That's facing up that way. These were both facing different directions. I think something drifted close enough it got shot. That's cool. Out of the refineries, I believe, because these are all power efficiency modules, yeah, I think these are off because they're just a lot more expensive to run. If we need to, I can turn them on, but... So we're refining nickel. We've got magnesium coming in next. That's cool. Production is not held up on anything. Yeah, we're making stuff, but I think we'll be fine. We're able to reload the Phoenix at the very least. Yeah, we should be fine. We're burning the nickel as fast as we refine it. The question is, do we have enough nickel left over when we're done? Like, how far does, what, 5,500 nickel get us? That's what I don't know. Alright, we still have some left. So we will need to get some more. That much is for sure. That said, let's go work on... Before I do that, correction. Before I do that, where's my camera? I'm gonna put a camera on the bottom of this thing. We're gonna put a camera down here so I can see where I'm coming into the dock. Where I'm docking at. We'll do this. That'll put it above the camera. The front facing towards the front of the ship. Yeah, that works. You know, we are going to do that. We're going to take this off, and we're going to put this somewhere else. Put this back on this little docking charger up here, because we don't need to grind anything down there. And that's just 25 extra tons we really don't need to carry with us. So we'll do this, come down. We'll lock that. We'll put all these things on charge and fill. And turn those off, turn the dampeners off. We are crooked. I don't care. It's gonna bother me as soon as I get down to the planet, but you know, that's a problem for different me later. There we go. Drifting. Alright, so I have a new camera. So I can see what's going on now. Now we're gonna put the belly camera here, and we'll put the ore detector one slot over. The core detector. There we go. Sweet. Alright, so turn those back on. We should be good. Unlock and go. Doing 60 meters a second. Let's just bring that down a little bit, and then we'll turn off the dampeners again. and go from there. Let's level out so we're flat. We stick around here long enough, I might set up a drone to automate this. The question would just simply become, do I have enough thrusters to do it? That's something I don't know the answer to. Like, I definitely have enough small grid thrusters if I take apart something small, but I don't want to do that. I like the Dune Frog, and I like the Palmetto Bug. Alright, so if we go here, that should be about one block over. Yeah, look at that. Got it. Okay. Let's see where we stand on things. Yeah, I mean, in that short trip we picked up more nickel than we had to begin with, so I'm not particularly concerned about that then. Like I said, this may be something where we have enough that I don't have to worry about it later. And so maybe after this stream, or maybe by next stream, I just shut these off until we need them. So that's always a possibility. Let's go work on the uranium side. So, turn this off. Let's something out there. Let's see how we're going to do this. We could do, we're here-ish. We could do pistons to right around here. So we're 90 meters? Yeah, we should be fine. We could do quite a few pistons. Two, three, four. Yeah, the shadow is neat. I do enjoy the shadow. The shadow? The shadow. The shadow. Don't get that reference. I'm sorry. I forgot to bring parts for a couch. You know, maybe we have the parts to make a couch. Maybe I don't need to worry about that. I can just build a couch out here by the uranium mine. Radioactive couch. Alright, we got nothing in build planner. 1, 2, 3. We are short a large steel tube. That's fine. I know we have them. I just ran out of inventory space. Okay, so... Oh yeah, we're definitely fine on angle. Let's see how far out here we get. Bet because we're slightly off center from where I was, we could keep going with more. That would be kind of cool. Alright, let's see. Let's do some more. I need to get some parts. I don't have any steel plates on me. Well, actually, let's... yeah, no, we'll do that. Where is the couch? I know I have a couch in here somewhere. Do I not? I guess I don't. That's fine. We'll put a couch here. That way we can recharge our suit power. I've got bottles for air and hydrogen. Oh, the hydrogen one's almost empty. That's fine. We got cargo access, so... Then we'll do, like... at least 3 more pistons. Let's see, if we go over here to the deep uranium, and we go to, like, here-ish. Yeah, it's like 70, so we can do, like, another 5 of these, and we should be fine. Actually, maybe let's do 4, and then we'll start diving in to the ground, maybe, then? Maybe. Now, these do have to be welded up to at least functional, otherwise nothing will move through them. So, that is a thing. We had just enough cargo space to hold them all. See where that puts us here. Alright, not close enough. But let's see if we can get to here. I wonder if we can get to here. Let's see if we can get to there and put a drill down and see what it says is beneath there. We'll do 3 more pistons. We had enough loading on the front of that thing that when I told it to... Oh, wait, actually, some of these didn't get extended. Oops. Maybe we don't need those then. We may only need one. But it just took off. Are there any other pistons that didn't extend? No, okay. I thought I had told those to reverse, but maybe I didn't. I was like, how'd I get so far off? Alright, we'll do... We don't need this last one. Definitely don't need this last one. You might need these. The second one, at least. Alright, that's pretty close. We will build this in case we need to... No, we're not going to. So in case we need to move it more, but we don't need to move it more, because like we know down there is... No, maybe we will need to. Yeah. Yeah. Again, my big concern is that we're going to end up flagging that... We're going to end up flagging the silver layer on top, because I haven't gone far enough over, and we'll have to go dig down then. That's ultimately my big concern. So we end up stuck in silver. Did I not add pieces? Okay. Maybe not. Still didn't. That's fine. Let's see, large steel tubes. And we'll just do 10, and then we will do this and that, and that'll be good enough. And we can start planning things out from there. I can operate build planner, I swear. Oop. Overshot. Still 2 tubes short, somehow. Piston. I guess I did catch that. Sweet. Alright, so from here, that's above ice. But I wonder if that counts. Yeah, it's wiggling about. That's fine. Just do it. I don't have steel plates. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need this. We are going to grab some more conveyor junction parts, though, just to go ahead and get them out of the way. Didn't have to spam it a whole bunch. Look at that. That was actually a shocker. Alright, so if I do this, can I... Does this count as embedded enough in the ground? Probably not. So I'll tell you, we'll do this, and we'll do... Don't have no... You stupid... Okay, fine, we'll do that. And then... yeah. So I do that. How do I know? God damn. Okay, I got steel plates this time. I'm stuck. Let's sit on our couch. Actually, hang on. First, let's take our hydrogen tank and get it refilled. Somewhere where it can get refilled. There we go. And then we'll sit on our couch. Get our power back. We have oxygen. It's always something. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're blue, but what does that mean? Extracting ice, no, so we're seeing the ice, so we do have to dig down.
Inventory full.
It's dropped apart. Okay, so that does answer that question. So we need to get enough conveyor junction tubes. We'll do 4 and then that. Let's go digging. Alright, now that we're below the ice, and again, this will get filled back in by the voxel reset when it fires off, so I'm not too terribly concerned about it. Let's see, what is this? This is light armor blocks, that's the wrong thing.
Inventory full.
Which means that's not going to sit there, because I've got to... It's fine. It's fine. We'll just drop all these there. And then we'll just do this. We just need this to go down. Grab those. And then we'll just continue to chip away at this stuff. 2, 3. And we'll do this. Then I'll put that there, and then I think I can get enough distance. There we go. So it did place it for blue. What does it say we're detecting? Is it silver? Ice still. I wonder where it takes the measurement from. Like for the raycast, I don't know where it takes it from, and that's gonna be part of the issue. So that's fine. We'll just dig down more. Do the curvy one here, and we do this here, and then I fly back up the hole, and I try and place the drill there, and fly back out of the hole, and we check the drill. Silver. Okay, so yeah, it's catching the silver layer on top. That's fine. We can go down below that point. Let's see. Silver is 19 meters more, but also includes some lateral distance, so we should be coming up on it soon. I may just want to go all the way down to the uranium node, because if I do that, then it might make I can't place the actual drill, and okay, that's fine. We'll go past the silver layer. We don't need silver. Silver's literally useless for us. We have a whole bunch of silver, and the only thing that can be used to make is medical components. We don't need those. So we have so much silver. Alright, so we're into the silver layer. Where's the silver layer end? Because I gotta mine past the silver layer. God, we gotta go so much deeper. Okay, I think this is probably deep enough. Alright, so here's this. I need to mine out a bigger hole. Because this hole is too small. There we go. Now I can place things. Alright, so we do that, and we roll upside down, and we do this here. And we place this here. And then we see if I can place the drill. If I go up far enough. Nope, it might be stuck. Okay. Place it. Oh, come on. There we go. Interesting. That's very interesting. Why wouldn't it let me place that? Is it still thinking of technically touching the topside edge, maybe? Oh no, it sees it as one block too low. There we go. Okay. So here's the problem is I do need to make sure I can get back out of here. Because if I run out of hydrogen or power down here, I can't do anything, because none of this is welded up. This is harder to get to than I expected to. I guess technically we turned around at some point too. It's fine, we'll just make a big ugly hole because it doesn't matter, it'll get filled back in. Okay. Drill. Stone. Okay, so it doesn't see the uranium beneath it, which means the uranium pancake, because like the uranium deposit is kind of like a flat pancake like most things in Space Engineers with ore, it may not extend that far over. So we'll have to just turn sideways and dig, and then repeat that process. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, let's see. This is the hole we came up out of. Come down here. We just cut this off, and we cut this off, and we cut this off. Because the uranium is that way. So, we just need to... Oh man, this is... Question becomes, at what point do I need to turn again? Okay, we're right over the uranium here. So, we'll do this. This. And this. And this. And then we'll do an actual conveyor junction. I'll drill a hole so I can get around to do stuff instead of failing at everything. Okay, and then we place a block here. We place a drill here, right? There. We see something. Now I need to drill my way back out. So I'm going to need this hole also to weld all the stuff up. So as long as we stay within a couple kilometers, the hole won't refill. So until we go back up to the space station, it should stay here, I think. Yeah, because the mining yard is less than a kilometer away. Do we see uranium? Uranium! Okay, sweet. Now we just have to start the hard and painful process of welding all this stuff up. Stuck. I'm stuck. Stuck. There we go. I should relocate this conveyor port and couch. Let's do a quick recharge. We'll grind them both down. We'll move them both over there. Well, actually, I need to take the pistons. Are all of these off? Take the couch. Another wreck detected. Again, I'm really concerned something's going to show up with a big gun and just blow us up. I want to get this up and running. Alright, so from here, we go, put this here. Alright, because we go, yeah, let's do with that. And then we'll put the couch on top. Ooh, we're getting there. Kind of wish I still had my top tier welder, so I would make this faster. Rip lost welder. Cause like I've been going and like getting the unknown signals, you know, off stream, and haven't found another welder of tier 4. I found a lot of other stuff, but no more thrusters, no better tools. A lot of motors. Okay, there's that. I suppose I should be glad that like I'm not stuck with no jetpack. Because like doing this with no jetpack, ooh, that would be so much more work and effort. I don't know that I would. I think I would just make like a big go to hell plunge drill and just rip it all out the normal way instead. Rather than like build stairs and all that stuff all the way down here. Yep, too far. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright, we're almost there. Another probably 9 blocks after this. I'm willing to bet it's 9. And we'll probably have everything to the drill done. Not gonna lie, I am mildly concerned I'm just gonna bounce off the edge at just the wrong angle and it's gonna count as lethal. Just kill me. I haven't vented the HAB module for the 4th time yet. I haven't died again. Feeling pretty happy about that, actually. Alright, so we got 3 things done. So that means this is one that needs to get grabbed. This. Okay, so I was a little bit off. It's 10 more blocks before the drill, not 9. It's not bad for a guess, though. But this right here, this is exactly why I use the pipelines mod in areas at war instead of doing what I'm doing here. Because like that, across 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kilometers, 12 to the 1. Nah, that wasn't going to cut it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this. I guess we're already at it, so yeah. Also, this would have been such a gigantic pain to try to make things work, because we were running IO, right? For areas of war. And industrial overhaul makes all this stuff a lot more expensive. And then also, we would have had to put a lot more guns up. Simply because if the GC flew by, I mean, they would have shot this and it would have been impossible to put it back together again. So, like, decoys and all that. Actually, decoys wouldn't have worked because a lot of their weapons were fixed. All the small grid stuff had fixed grid weapons. So they weren't running turrets, they were just running fixed weapons. So decoys wouldn't have even worked on them. That playthrough would have been a lot different if we hadn't had the pipelines mod, actually. I'm excited for the stuff that Captain Arthur is doing for the rework. Like, the next big update changes so many things. A lot more complicated, a lot more complex, a lot more stuff. And I am excited about some of the stuff coming in it. He's got the contract system working. It's through NES instead. But it's still a contract system, and there's more planets being added, and he's implementing more of like the mission stuff and the lore. So that'll be fun. Might even side with the GC next time. I will never side with the GC. Never have. Yep. Not gonna happen. Like if the colonies get turned into like psychopathic cannibals, well, guess we're teaming up with Team Psychopathic Cannibal. Never siding with the GC. It's not happening. I ain't no damn dirty corpo. Alright. This is going to take a couple passes to do. This is going to be the painful part. Maybe I move the connector down here to the conveyor. Man, if I move the conveyor down here, is it going to be faster to put the connector there? I think it will. I think we do it. Or I'm lazy and I don't. That's a possibility too. Okay. 2 trips. 2 trips left. Two trips left. This last one's going to be mostly like motors. We'll have just enough to get it functional. And then we'll need to come back for the last load motors. Oh, no, okay. No, we're not. Never mind. Man, imagine in real life how loud these things are, and in this narrow rock tunnel, how bone liquefying that would be. How are we doing on bottles? We're doing fine on bottles. Dipping into our O2, but that's fine. We got it to spare at the moment. Plenty of ice from our drills. Another unknown signal. Oh no! Do we not have enough computers? Okay, no, it's on the list. Okay. I just didn't recall seeing that we were short on computers, and I'm like, how do we use up too many computers? Should have been able to use up too many computers. There we go. Alright. Okay. We got uranium. Yes, I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's like 2.1 kilos of ore per mine cycle. And uranium refines down at 100 to 1. So for every 100 no, it's worse than that actually, isn't it? I think it's 1,000 to 1. Is it every 100 kilos or is it every 1,000 kilos is 1 kilo? I think it's 1,000 to 1. Because we don't have yield modules. That's what it is. It's gonna take so long. That's fine. That's fine. Grind off the couch. Grab all this stuff.
Inventory full.
Really? Okay, fine. I do like this though. This looks cool. I like the spidered out conveyor networks. And this works in a way that the pipelines mod wouldn't, because the pipelines mod, you can't send it through the terrain. So like we'd have to be doing this anyway. Through the terrain portions. Okay. Grab the last of our plates. Whoop! That's too fast. How did I not take damage there? We'll get rid of this. We'll turn this one off. I don't care about you. We don't need this anymore. We have so many wreck detector pings. So we got everything done. Here we are. Took about 2 hours, but we got it all done. The only thing we're missing is a leg for cobalt. We have some cobalt right now, and we're not trying to manufacture heavy armor yet. So we don't really need the cobalt. Yeah, it's not that bad. Even with the penalty, we're still at 34,000 kilograms of ore from magnesium and nickel each. So I'll take that. That's fine. I will take that. Alright, let's refill our tanks. No, I'm good. Thank you, hon. Yeah, like that. And then, see, where is the cobalt? Where is the nearest cobalt I'd flagged? It's over here. Can we find that? Is it close enough to the surface we can see it with our drill? Iron. There is cobalt. It is not the closest thing to the surface, but barely. So it might be. But we're in the hole. We're 600 meters away. So we're what, 40 pistons? 45 pistons? 45 pistons away. So if we need to do some cobalt mining, we can. It is pretty appropriate music for the game. Alright, let's go back up. We'll take what we have with us, and we'll utilize the time while it's mining some stuff for us to figure out where we're going to stick. Man, why is that not working? You know what? Hang on, let's take a save. I'm going to do a quick reload. And let's see if a quick load fixes the HUD mod. I mean, it might crash the game. It is Space Engineers. It's trying to load. This is way faster before stream. Me building out that mine slowed this so far down. Oh, there we go. We're speeding up. Okay. And it's working now. Okay, so we just needed to reload. Cool. So, all the little yellow blobs are part of the HUD mod's, like, other objects thing. So it's asteroids. Except in this case, it's ore deposits, because it sees them as voxel chunks, which is kind of neat. Why do we have... I guess that's not that close because it goes far off in the back. So let's... Let's take this stuff with us. Thrusters on, dampeners on, batteries on, unlock. Alright, let's take a look at some of these things. So that there ahead of us is that big red triangle. The size is like equivalent to how many blocks are involved. Red means it's hostile, yellow means it's neutral, or at least friendly. Green means us. So there's some stuff up there in space that's taken enough damage it doesn't really have an owner anymore. Let's go investigate that thing ahead of us. In fact, actually, let's see what insanity shows up here. Oh, they are all around us. Alright, so let's go see what that one way out there, that's 4.4 is. I have my guns enabled, but if they've got something big, it's not going to matter, because we're not running artillery here. So I do still need to be a little careful. But I am curious as to what it is. There's something ahead. It's a lot closer. And one of these craters. So let's maybe gain a little bit of height. Showed up. Ah, there it is. So it was there. See, that's on top. I can't control that. Let's grab one of the Gatlins. Let's see if I grab one that's relevant. Kind of. There we go. What do we got here? It's in a shadow, and I can't tell because of that. Okay. And there's that dude out there. Oh, that's... Can I rotate this? Nope, that's not what I want. Yo, that's huge. And it's got big guns on it. Okay. So that was the thing that I saw shoot something. Hey, I picked the right one. That explains why it snapped something out of the sky. That thing's massive. That's all larger grid. Holy shit. See what this is in the shadows? That's something small grid. It's got a light on it. Maybe a turret? That might be a turret. Alright, so we're gonna do some things here real quick. We're gonna leave this floating. We're going to dump that stuff. Take a gun and a grind. No, we're not even gonna take a gun. We're gonna take a grinder and a grinder. We're gonna take a grinder. Let's go see if I can see what that thing is. I wish I had a crappier grinder on me, but that's fine. By the binoculars mod, I could actually get up to the edge and see what it is. Okay, not a good start. Nope, 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 nope. That's not a Gatling, that's an assault. That's not even an interior turret. Okay, that's not playing around. So... I cleared enough distance that it had line of sight of me again. We are like parked right outside its reach. That's fine. We'll go skydiving for my body. I didn't have the jetpack power to evade those shots once they locked back onto me again. Okay, so we are currently 1.1 kilometers away from it, which means we are outside its reach to the ship. But we are not outside our big turret's reach. So we'll just nose down and we'll line up some shots. Man, I really want to... It's so small. Like, we're going to obliterate the absolute hell out of it. And I don't want to do that. You know what? Hang on a second. I've already died once. We're going to leave the good grinder behind. We're going to take the shit grinder with us. We're going to make a shot. We're gonna try. We're just gonna dive down below the hill. We're gonna come around the backside. Because it's aimed over that way now, right? So, like, theoretically... Let's see... Character tools... Shit grinder. Let's see if we can get going. If we can get in close enough to the gun, it can't shoot us. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Yeah, anything we do is going to obliterate it. That's a shame. I'd really like to try to capture that thing intact, but like I don't know that we can. Complete garbage lack of accuracy on these turrets when they're manually controlled doesn't help either. Okay, I don't think that did damage. We got about the right height zeroed in though for the distance. We just need to get a shot. Come on. Come on. Oh, maybe that did it. No. Oh. try not to destroy the whole thing, and I don't have a good weapon to this. Like, what's it powered by? Is it powered by a reactor? I'm gonna feel real damn bad if it turns out it's powered by a reactor and I blow it up. Okay, there we go. We definitely hit it because the bullseye moved and its stuff moved. We got our garbage on us. Let's try this again. Does it track us? Does the light move? No. The light's not moving. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, no. Okay. So about 600 meters. Turns out that's the secret range. Okay, so if I get down below the edge, and we get to the near side ridge, I mean, I can always mine up under it, just like a sapper. Oh, that was faster. We're gonna mine. I want this. I want this now. I have to know. I thought I saw something on that I really, really, really want. Thought I saw something that I really want. But I don't want to say it, because if it's not, then I've jinxed it. So you go down, turn our lights on, get down here to the ice, below the ice layer. We are not below ground enough yet. Because we know our bodies are at the floor of the crater, right? So if we turn on our jetpacks, what auto balances and auto levels us, and the GPS waypoint for our bodies is below, straight ahead, below our crosshair, then we're still above our body height. So we'll be little moles. We will sapper our way through. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. So I know it is somewhere this way. I don't know exactly where, though, is the problem. Alright. One of our bodies despawned, but we're definitely below level now, so... Nope. Is this a render error, or is it actually a hole? Okay, that was a render error. Never mind. Just gonna push forwards. Turn those off. We're going to make ourselves a GPS there, and let's go see where that waypoint is in relation to the surface. So we're right over that now, so we have some distance to go still. It's right down there. Okay, so let's say we need to be like 40 meters from our body. Let's say that's the secret distance. And then we'll... Oh, crap. Where's my hole? I can't find the hole. There it is. So we continue digging towards the body. Until we're about 40 meters away. Is this silly? Absolutely. Do I care? No. I think I saw a reactor on that. Oh no, the body disappeared. Alright, so we'll go until we're 120 meters from the old waypoint north, and then we'll poke our head up. Hope we don't actually break through too early. Meters away. I might have to go back and recharge first. That's fine, we can do that. We'll pop into the waypoint and we'll use the camera on the Phoenix to figure out where we need to go next. That's what we'll do. That's the smarter way to do this. So, take another GPS waypoint. We're 80 meters from the first one. We'll go back and recharge. We'll grab our bottle. I don't need a bottle. Power's the issue. Never mind. And we'll use the camera that can see where the turret is to figure out where we need to go next. But if that thing's got an assault turret on it, that big thing is definitely going to have, like, artillery and or rockets or something on it that we just can't handle. So, waypoint 1, waypoint 2, the target. So we're getting pretty close. We are pretty close. 1.02 to 1.08. Are we actually only 60 meters away? We might be. We need to go... Let's see, if we reset this and we aim... We do a line, right? We can get our heading. That's kind of lined up. We are just about the midpoint between north and north-northwest. Okay. So we need to hook a little bit to the left. Slow down so I don't bounce off the hole and die. Hit the wrong hotkey and open up the contracts menu other than turning on our headlamp. Okay. So, from this checkpoint, we need to go that way-ish. Yeah. About 60 more meters, I think. And doing this by hand in real life, without like the super magical space engineers drills that just evaporate cubic meters of stone at a time. It would be impossible. It would take so long. Halfway there. Two-thirds of the way there. Get back to ice. So we should be real close to it now. Yep! The low lunar gravity betrayed me. I was like, go down, go down. Nope. Nope, you're not going down fast enough. But we're almost there. We're almost there. We are so close. I gotta know, is that a reactor? Is that a small grid reactor? Did we hit the damn jackpot? Oh. Because if there's a small grid reactor on that thing, like that's the key to everything. Alright, so we need to go. We need to keep going. We need to go down a little bit more. But like we were pretty in line. I'm gonna cheat. I don't care. We are like right below it. Okay. There's a rotor there. There's some heavy armor. There's an antenna. There's a battery. There we go. This one to get rid of. Let's grind this down. So now we don't have to worry about being shot. Right? I was right. Oh my god, that's amazing. I did see it. Okay. We're safe now. Okay. That's outstanding. I love this. I love everything about this. Let's grind off this top layer because we don't need it. There we go. There's the AI control block. Oh, that's such a great find. We've got a small grid reactor now that there's so many things we can do now without having to rely on like external battery charging and battery sizes and all that stuff. This opens up some options. We don't have to worry about like we can have a small grid ship that's not reliant on hydrogen. Like that's the thing. At the end of the day, not having to rely on hydrogen for... We want to save this. But not having to rely on hydrogen for power needs, for refueling needs, or like a solar panel. Oh, this is great. Like, even if we're reliant on hydrogen still, right, like for thrust, we don't have to make sure we have enough to also power things. Like, that's great. That's outstanding. I love every bit of this. Can I carry that? Potentially. Let's fly this back home. We'll get our actual good gear. That was outstanding. I'm so pleased with that. Okay. Alright. Take our guns back, take not that. Take this back, take this back. Where's that med kit? I got the med kit. Cool. Go back here. Let's go, let's refill our tanks. I don't want to take this closer, because if I take it closer, we run the risk of shooting it if I don't turn the guns off, or being shot by something else if we do. And I feel pretty good right now, so let's grab this stuff. We'll... If it's too heavy to carry, then we'll fly down. But if it's not too heavy to carry... Yeah, that was the first place I poked my head up there. Like it was just aimed right at me. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's grind this off. Grind. Oh crap! I locked into the turret controller behind it. Damn it. Okay. Conveyor. We need to grind this down enough to take control of it. Cool. Let's turn it off. It's got a little bit of uranium in it, but not a whole lot. But it doesn't need to be a whole lot. So, let's see. Let's... Block is free-floating. Oh yeah, we can carry this. That's nothing. What if... Stuck in the terrain, it looks like. Somehow he broke things. And it's not coming apart. Excuse me. This is most definitely not for, okay. That's we'll fix that. We'll fix that in a minute. Let's take this thing home. Get this slung onto one of the cheek plates on the Phoenix. This is a great find. Is it a jump drive? No. Is it? Oh no. 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 Ooh, okay, got go a little bit too fast. Grabby hands, let go. That could have been bad because that was fast enough that if it had hit the ground, it would have exploded. Okay, we're just gonna go a little bit slower now. We're just gonna keep it under 10 meters a second. That was a moment of panic. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. This is owned by us, so we won't be shot by our own turrets. Maybe I accidentally released the mouse button or clicked the other mouse button too, which would have tried to throw it. I don't know. There's too many things it could have been. Alright, I just heard it lock. You start parking off. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna leave a GPS waypoint at these other pieces so that I can come back to them after I reload and see if I can get them to unstick from whatever stuck position they're in. SG loot for small grid loot. We'll get rid of those other two waypoints. And I want those batteries in that antenna. They can be useful. But that's where we're going to leave things for tonight. The music is finished. It's almost 11 o'clock. Oh, there's an abandoned settlement. So apparently the regular scrap stuff is continuing to spawn on the surface of the moon. Might have to... You know what? I'll leave it. I'll leave it. It's goofy. It's funny. We will leave it. And we can come up with some goofy headcanon reason why there's stuff that shouldn't be on the surface of this moon here. Alright, this is set to parking off as well. We're going to take this back home. We're going to take this back home. And we're going to see what else is going on. And, yeah, I appreciate everybody who came out today. If you're watching this after the fact, I especially appreciate you. As the radar loses its mind, finding all of the subgrids for the every piston it just generates a ding for. We appreciate you coming out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, give me a thumbs down. You know, if you want to leave a comment, either way, let me know. I find it fun. I appreciate it. Next week, back again, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to expand things out. We've got a lot of wrecks over here that have spawned in while we've been working on mine-related things, and I want to go check them out. Like, there's that gigantic big one that is probably going to be a no. I'm probably going to add the binoculars mod in, just so I have some method to do, like, on-foot scouting, because that just seems like it would be fun to do and neat. So we'll probably add that in. It was supposed to have been in originally, and I just never added it because I never had a reason to use it, really. Because, yeah. So we'll add that in, and that'll give us some ability to do some investigations into some of those bigger grids. And we'll go check those grids out and see what exactly is going on with them, and see if we can figure out anything of value. They're not in space, so I don't know that we're going to find, you know, like any jump drives on them. But, like, maybe we'll find another reactor. Or something else cool. You know, like it doesn't have to be just jump drive related stuff. Come on. Where's... I'm on the wrong page. I was looking at the bottom connector, not the top one. But there we are. That worked out great. I'm super excited about this. We got a reactor. Hope to see you next time. Drop by the Discord if you're interested. Link down in the description down below. If you're not interested, that's cool. Appreciate you anyway. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay goose. Everything's breaking. Can't even stop stream.